We're learning about a growing effort to save a struggling Chinatown. New York City's original Chinatown, believe it or not, is at severe risk of disappearing. That's according to a report last year. Tourism is down, rents are up, and there is no line of succession for many businesses. There is one exception, though. It is called Wing On Wo, which means forever peaceful and safe. It is the oldest continuously run shop in the neighborhood. It dates back, folks, to 1890.
Wow.
And I met the owner who turned down an Ivy League university to keep the shop in her family. And now she's trying to help save her beloved neighborhood for future generations.
Amid the flurry of New York City's Chinatown, there's a place where time seems to turn back. This single-room shop at 26 Mott Street is Wing On Wo & Co., the oldest continuously run business in the neighborhood. The family-run store is known for its porcelain goods, especially tea sets sourced directly from China.
These bulldogs and monkeys were sourced from Hong Kong during my grandmother's time.
Mei Lum is its fifth-generation owner, and while she aims to preserve the legacy her family has built here, she's also breathing new life into it by expanding its inventory.
We wanted to work with different artists to create reinterpretations of old patterns.
And digital presence, including turning its previous owner, her grandma Nancy Side, into a social media sensation.
What's your favorite tea?
Lum took the reins from her grandmother 7 years ago.
What's your first memory of the shop?
I grew up coming here, kind of being dropped off after school and running to the back kitchen and spending time with my grandparents. And then I would run out into the front to run the cash register if there was a customer who came in. My memories are really focused and centered around family.
Even though this is a place of business, this was never a job.
Yeah, it was more of a space to understand my own cultural identity, and it's been a challenge to understand how to breathe new life into this space too and make it my own.
Chinatown had cobblestone streets and horse-drawn carriages.
Gary Lum is Mei's dad. He brought us a few blocks down to where Wing On Wo first opened in 1890. Through the years, it's evolved alongside the Chinatown community.
It's gone through different iterations over time. It was a Buddhist temple, it was a postal drop-off, it was a social gathering place.
We moved over to this location in 1925, and then that's when we expanded our operation. We had an in-house herbalist, we had a roasting pig pit in the back, and then fast forward to 1964 was when my grandmother took over and was like, oh, I'm not gonna chop meat, I'm done, and decided to focus on porcelain.
Was there resistance to that, or was it seen as the natural evolution of things?
Her father had a sudden heart attack in the shop, and they had to make a decision about what they were going to do with the space, and she decided that she didn't want to let it go.
52 years later, Lum found herself at similar crossroads.
I got a call from my dad, and he was like, you know, we're considering selling the store. I just wanted to let you know. My grandmother was getting up in age, and I don't think anybody in my family was really willing to take on the reins or fill those shoes.
Everybody was like, okay, well, it's been nice. It's been a great run.
Yeah. My grandma was like, I'm never going to walk down Mott Street again. I can't. It's too painful. I just wanted to not only keep Wing On Wo going, but keep my family living room, keep a space for my elders to age in place. That was number one.
They decided not to sell the business, and it stayed in the family under Lum's leadership. Leadership that now focuses on saving America's Chinatowns.
I hear from everybody that they're concerned that the neighborhood is gentrifying very quickly. So I decided, okay, maybe there's something within my own capacity that I could take on.
For CRNY artists, we're going to have one-on-ones the first week of July. So.
Lum founded the WOW Project, a nonprofit using arts and activism to resist gentrification and protect businesses like Wing On Wo.
I think what keeps us here in Chinatown is definitely the fact that there are small family-owned businesses that are here and have been here since the 1920s and Chinatown's early beginnings.
Can you see yourself here for the next 40 years, or?
I think I'm trying to be present, pushing the bounds of what a storefront can be in a neighborhood. Like, it can be a place of storytelling, cultural production, politicization, and whoever's interested in taking that over, a family member or not, I think I am excited by.
One of the things that I love about this story is not just because of the porcelain, which we have in our own home, but I just love this idea of a young person sort of rejecting the self and her own interests to protect something that means so much to her family and the community at large. It's not just her own family. She sees all the businesses and the business owners in Chinatown as part of her family, and sort of rejecting the one thing that can make me successful. I can go to Columbia University and do other things, become a banker or whatever she wants to do. Instead, I'm going to go and run this shop.
But it sounds like she's doing exactly what she wants to do and doesn't regret that decision. It's a big decision she made. For
sure. And her, you walk in there, her grandmother's still there, her dad is behind the counter. There's aunts and uncles and everybody coming in and going. It's a really beautiful space.
No, that's a great point. Instead of cutting ties, you're actually weaving those ties more deeply.
Yeah.
May seem like a tall task, but legacy's on the line.
That's right.